Greetings, my excellent friends. It is time for the Goblin Camp. Snip, yes, that starting music was, Orcs 2 from Warcraft 2. As in 90s Warcraft 2, which, is the only Blizzard property whose music I remember. I've played all of the Warcrafts, less so the MMO than the RTSs, but I've played a bit of the MMO as well, and I don't remember any of the music from Warcraft 3, despite putting way more hours into that than 2. But Warcraft 2's soundtrack is immaculate. I did not know that they put it in Hearthstone, but I can understand why they would take that soundtrack and put it in their future stuff, because... yeah, I mean, okay. StarCraft 1, I remember some tracks from that as well. Mostly a specific Terran track because a YouTuber kept using it. But certainly I played StarCraft 1 and 2, and I don't remember any music from 2. And certainly I've played Warcraft 2 and 3, and I don't remember any music from 3. But more specifically, I was thinking, well, okay, we're in a goblin camp. What music do I associate with goblins? And I don't have music that I associate with goblins, but it wasn't a long stretch to get to orcs. Then I was like, da, 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 da. And then I had to work out which of the orc themes that was, because there's fucking 5 of them, but they don't have names. It's just Orc 1, Orc 2, Orc 3, Orc 4. So, for example, Orc 3 is this one. And Orc 1 and this is the one that we had, which I'm playing again, because when I do the VOD for this, I've probably chopped the opening music, because I usually chop the opening, so this is what played before the cutoff. And then there's number 4. Five from, I guess, the expansion. And then there's the same amount of human tracks, but I'm not going to be here all day. Anyway. The Goblin Camp. God, I hate this Larian launcher. Every time I load it up, the button that jumps out to me as the button, like the game button, isn't the game button. It's the button for the deluxe edition that says pre-order now. Whereas the button that you actually want to press is play, which is below that and looks less done up. It's silly. Yeah. Yeah, Snip, your claim to fame is now dirt. Anyway, I'm a little later than I wanted to be again, but this time I had a good reason, because I spent most of the last few hours with Mew going over flights to Japan for our trip that's in a few months, and I ended up paying roughly a quarter what I was expecting to pay. Which is nice. Unless things go terribly wrong and we end up getting stuck in Beijing airport for 3 years or something. But that won't happen. Now, we have far more to explore here in the Goblin Camp. This is the part of the game where I will say straight up that I've done a little bit of reading. And I've done this reading on the advisement of other people saying you'll regret it if you don't. Because There's a person here. There's a person here who, under the right set of circumstances, can join your party. Not now, but later, if you do the right things now. Now, ostensibly, the right thing involves siding with the goblins and killing all of the druids, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Before the most recent patch, the steps taken to get this person to join you and bypass being evil were hilarious and esoteric and involved such things as polymorphing her and taking her with you in order to jump, in order to avoid a bunch of flag triggers, basically. I didn't look too much into that because I don't want to read too far into the details of the game that I haven't played yet. But I looked into what the requirement is now, and apparently it's not as good as it was perhaps advertised. It was advertised that all you need to do is knock her out and she's fine. Apparently it's a little bit more finicky than that. Some people have reported that in this patch of the game they tried exactly that. They just knocked her out, did nothing else. It didn't work. The idea is that in Act 2, there is a place you go, and in that place, if you've done things correctly, she will show up, and then you will have an option to recruit her. If you do things wrong, she just won't be there. So that's... The scary part is, we can't check to see if she's there, because we have a whole bunch of Act 1 to play first. Right? So there is a chance that we won't succeed in doing this, but we'll do our best to do everything that has been set out as how to make sure it works. Now, what apparently needs to be done beyond just switching to non-lethal and knocking her out when you fight her is that you have to fight her in a specific way. They recommend do not talk to her. Do not start a fight in dialogue. Instead, what you need is for her to be temporarily hostile. Like, officially, that's that's a thing that can be... Instead of permanently hostile, someone can be marked as temporary hostile. If you knock her out when she's temporary hostile, that's what you want. And the easiest way to accomplish that is to either steal something in front of her to start a fight, or to, I believe, sucker punch her, rather than actually performing the story intro into conflict. Because of that, I do not want to miss the conversation with this character, because I would like to meet her and see what she's like. So I'm probably going to do a quick save when I identify her on the map. Save, talk to her, explore that conversation, and then at the end of that conversation, reload, and then do the sneaky shit in order to try and render her recruitable later. I think that's the best way to not have to sacrifice stuff. I don't know where she is. I don't know, like, what the situation is, whether doing this is going to turn the whole camp hostile or whatever. But we're going to use a lot of quick saves and explore thoroughly before we do anything we can't take back. There was something about wanting to get her unconscious before you make someone else hostile, because that person will turn the whole camp hostile and cause a chain of events. And the other thing was, once the whole camp's dealt with, provided that she is unconscious, having been temporary hostile, whatever, when she dealt with everything else, everybody's dead, whatever, then you take a long rest, and you check to see if she is now present and standing up where she was previously knocked out. If she's standing up where she was previously knocked out, you don't go near her, but then you know that it's okay, and that you've done what you need to do. So then you just back out and you'll see her again in Act 2. Because I think the idea is that the knockout is what ticks the quest requirement for destroying the leaders. So you tick that on a technicality, but she herself as a character model is still present. That's what you want. That's how you create that situation. So it still sounds annoying, but it sounds doable. We'll just be very careful when we explore in there, because all of the leaders are in there apparently, and I don't know what the actual map's like, but what I'm hoping is that she's in an area of her own where we can deal with her on her own and then deal with the others after without breaking stuff. Her name is Minthara, and she is a drow. That's what we know. Okay. Evie, hello. Yeah, my girlfriend and I booked tickets to Japan today, so it's been an interesting day. While all of this is exactly what you did with her pre-patch, you probably would have missed her anyway because something else you screwed up in Act 2. Interesting, I don't know about that. So hopefully I don't do the same thing. But, alright. Where we left off, we'd explored this front area and also the chicken chasing arena over here, which we succeeded. We'd ended up standing over here, I think because I wanted to remind myself that there's a path up here. We can explore the top of the area, which I want to do before I go in. We'd also... Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do to save this owlbear cub right now. I assume that we just pick it up after we kill the goblins, but... I'm just gonna double check that we've exhausted our options with the... Hey, stop running away. Damn it. I just want to make sure we've exhausted options with both the cub and his handler. We told the cub to join our camp.
That's good. No more chicken chasing.
Yeah.
Seems like it's all about the money for some, and I ain't got any to bet.
Can I buy the owlbear? Ah! There! I'll be taking the owlbear too. Fuck, I could have missed that. I'm glad I didn't. Okay, do not take the warning seriously when it tells you that something will advance time. Okay, yeah, no, I've never had a problem with that.
Right, go on then. Fat bird's yours. Don't need the hassle.
Does that mean I can take it to camp now?
Poor creature. I hope it can follow my scent to camp.
I think Blue Moon, you said you couldn't figure out how to rescue it. He just ran away, but I don't know if that's him leaving the scene or just him continuing to... Like, do I need to tell him?
Someone ought to roast that chicken.
I think he fucking... I think he went away. Let's check camp. We're not going to rest, but we'll check camp. Scratch, have you seen any other animals around?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
May appear in camp eventually. Well, the same thing happened with Scratch, didn't it? Where we said, come to camp. But he didn't do it for about a day or two. I don't have to feed Gale now, do I? No. No. Well, it says it's no longer responding to treatment. We've given him 3 things, and it seems... I was wondering whether it was going to be an ongoing complication or whether he'd just eat a few. Like, 3 is a good amount for it to suddenly shift its storytelling and be like, alright, you're not feeding him anything anymore because now it's not working. That said, he hasn't got the debuff, so... Never saved him this way. I shouldn't have saved him with violence. Well, he ran off, but I don't know if that's just his normal pathing right now. He's being chased by someone, so if I see the person that was chasing him no longer running around, then that'll do it.
Think the absolute was...
Absolutely.
What? Ain't nothing left to chase. Unless you fancy volunteering.
Surprised she just said we could have it, because, like, I thought she was really impressed with its performance and wanted to keep it. Really, like, we absolutely fucking owned this lady. We took her money and her bird. With very minimal resistance. I'm happy about it, I'm just surprised. Waypoint, Goblin Camp. Got a drunk bugbear here. Not very friendly. Find me a bugbear who is. We've got...
More heretical symbols, of course.
Crusher. Somebody did ask me if I'd encountered Crusher. The answer was no, but it's about to be yes.
Shh. You should listen to Crusher. He's just a... He can do anything.
Can I call him
What are you
Wesley?
staring at? You think I'm small? You're just a freak.
You're a goblin. You're all small.
You gotta listen to Crusher. He gets mad if you don't. Mad!
Every male goblin has that face. Yep, that's a waypoint. Which is interesting because this waypoint is far kinder than the druid one. Like, the druid one is outside the big door, and this is a much bigger area, and yet there's no good fast travel. Not even one in the grove. But here we got one, like, in the middle of all the business. And this is a far more likely place to have to get into a giant fight, too, so that's odd. Got a dead adventurer in his stage.
Yeah, they got some shit in magicka. So I start creeping round. Cause I ain't wasting arrows. Not me.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
I run up to the guy and think, fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Think you rule the world just because you got a scary face? Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
Authority. Leave. I'm your superior. You'd better show some respect. I don't think so. It's a fact. You're nothing but dirt, but okay, should we, should we be a dick to this goblin? For fun. I don't want to take the illicit option, I don't want to leave, but we can either knock back his assumption, or we can just tell him we're better than him. Don't vote for 3 or 4, because I won't count it, but, either one person has voted, or you're all very singularly minded here. That's the thing, I can't tell. I cannot tell if, like, 5 people have picked 2, or 1 person has bothered to vote. It's impossible. But it's been a while, and, nothing else is attracting any attention, so sure, you're dirt beneath my feet, friend.
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll kick your head in, on face.
Well, go on. Give him a nibble.
Thanks, Astarion. Attack the goblin. Let's intimidate. It's charisma. We're good at that. How about you kiss mine, you little prick? Bonus 7 to 10. We got a shot. Not an incredible shot, but we got a shot. Yeah! Scary bard.
Look, mate. Just piss off. You're not welcome here.
We'd do better with the intimidation, but I like reading minds, but we would actually do better with the intimidation. You better do it. You better do it now. Go on. Do it.
The goblin stares, mouth agape. Then he sets his jaw and falls to his knees.
Everybody approves.
There. I've done it. Arrogant swine.
So are you all still in?
He kissed.
What was I saying? I just had to talk to you. I've got to take a piss.
It didn't give anybody any inspiration, but I bet you there's a background that has to be inspired by that. If everybody's gone, can I take a look at this guy now, or are the others in the camp going to
Everyone else
object?
minds their business. I'll be fine.
Oh, he's empty anyway. Yeah, that was
Need to find
entertaining.
a way
But his
forward.
ring's gone now. You know. Because he left. His ring is a toe ring. If you kiss his foot, you can sleight of hand the ring off. Okay, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna lower myself, you know? I'm a bard. Image is important to a bard. If I were a rogue, that would be a really, really character-appropriate little trick. But I'm not.
This ugly bastard is the first human I ever killed.
Congratulations. 4. 4, 5, and 8. Are those ages, or...
You look like you think you're hard. Mess with us, and you'll end up like this bleeder.
Who's the dead man?
Don't matter who he was. He ain't nothing but a stain now. Just like you'll be if you don't clear off.
Where does this game sit on child killing? Are we more leaning towards the Fallout 1 or the Fallout 3 approach? I'm gonna hit this button. I don't really want to get into a fight with a child, but I also don't want to say I don't want any trouble to a tiny goblin kid. I think that's incredibly fucking embarrassing. So I'm just gonna say keep threatening me, see what happens.
Oh, you're real tough. Bullying a kid.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hold on, or I'll fetch my mum. She was as tough as wolf meat before the absolute came along.
Uh-huh.
Now, she could punch out a dragon.
They've got weird proportions, these kids. I'm telling Mum! Yeah, so fucking goblins. Kids are kids, no matter where they're from.
Stupid dead bastard. Give him a good kicking. He deserves it.
Why?
He killed my mum and dad.
Oh.
Made a bloody orphan of me.
You know what, that's fair.
This is no place for a child.
Sorry for your loss.
I ain't bothered about it. Better off without them. Stupid old geezers should have put up more of a fight. Don't
Never
mean
mind.
we can't enjoy putting the boot into this prick a stick, though.
Astarion, why are you so hard to please?
You seen one of them nose?
Wish my dad had diddled the devil, so's I could have horns like you.
Don't touch me.
And what do you say to people who aren't tieflings, mate?
You could curdle warg milk with that ugly mug.
Right then.
Looking ahead.
You seen one of them nose up close? Proper scary.
I'm talented.
For some reason, it is not a crime to pick this lock, so let's do it.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
Let's get going.
Underdog.
Puke stink.
Move.
That's the that of it. Hey!
Always
Uh-huh.
room for more.
This ugly bastard is the first human I ever killed.
We got something to dig up down here?
That's curious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Arrow of Suffering. Sorry, Ill Mater. Same thing. Oh boy, this is... There's a soap bar and a sponge down here. And yeah, they do in fact work to clean you on use.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
You could get Astarion to bite somebody, because if you are hidden, it does not cause hostilities or deal damage. So just bite a random goblin to get him happy. I don't know that that's the sort of meal I would give to him.
Watch
But
how you go. There's a trap.
there is a trap. Hang on a minute. Whoa, Karlak! Karlak! Stop! Stop!
Watch your back.
Just fully thud. We are bloody lucky.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
That she didn't actually cross that threshold, because she was very, very close.
Trust no one. Easy.
No one back home will ever believe this.
There we go. There's a parchment, a scroll of shocking grasp, a great axe. A childish doodle of a goblin presenting a fungal bouquet to a drow adorns this crumpled letter. Dearest Your Excellency and most prettiest Minthara, you might not remember me. I ain't nobody important after all. Not yet. I was chasing chickens with the lads when you came to visit Boss Ragslin. You looked right at me when you told him that if we was as good at killing humans as we was at plucking poultry, we might be worth a damn. Made me feel proper special to be recognised like that. Next raid, I'll spill so much blood the Absolute'll have to notice me. Then I'll come to Moonrise and you'll notice me too. I'm the one with a stumpy leg and a gummy eye. Yours lustfully, Cragger. Yeah, that's not going to work, mate. Points for trying, though I think if he actually sent that, he'd probably end up in a bit of trouble.
Very well.
As to why he's put his love note behind a waterfall, well, I guess that is the only safe place in a goblin camp. Oof.
Take a trophy.
Nothing else hidden away down here, I don't believe. So the kids run away when hostilities break out. That's probably for the best. Congratulations, whoever you are. Can we get further up from here? I think the answer is no, but we can from that ladder. Yeah, look, the only distinct impression a goblin like that'll make in battle is a distinct impression upon the ground he dies in if he happens to bleed enough.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Let's
whoop.
avoid that trap.
Right. Habugger.
How delicious.
Where's the other one?
Soldier. This'll be fun.
There it is. Can we... There we go. Are we quite alright there? Nah. I don't think this game is well suited to trap obstacle courses.
Careful, I bite.
Also, there's something about the clicking range of that one. There we go.
Shall we?
Stop, 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 stop. There we go. Fuck it out. Please.
Attention.
Make more checks that succeed, please. That is the opposite of what I asked for.
All right.
What the hell? He didn't even go that way. He went back. I like that we're just incredibly close up on Karlach there. Now, go in and fucking notice things, please. I can't afford that. If everybody's failed, then we don't know where anything is. Just notice things. It really does slow the game down. I think, yeah, the first mod I would download would be the traps are just always fucking noticed. We're just gonna have to keep doing this until she says, because yeah, everybody's seen it now. And hang on, if I go back one, I'll have 2 chances, I think. That's great, but I don't have a druid.
There is work to do.
And yeah, that one's there again. Please. Stop!
Onward. Ever onward.
I think I loaded the wrong one. Which is not ideal. Yep, I loaded the wrong one. Come along. I'll just save again, that way the F6 will go to the right one. when we get out of 75% purgatory. Come on. Come on. This only hurts so much because it's so frequent whenever we do these trap bullshit.
I'm ready.
There you go. Now, fucking see something, please.
Trap.
Thank you. Okay, I'm saving that. But I know there's another one.
Someone there.
And for some reason she's already failed the... Are you disarming that or getting hit by it? What the fuck are you doing? Okay, Karlak, I think you're my only hope to see the one in the middle.
Making me sweat.
Yeah, well, I need you to see it. That ain't seeing it.
Alive. So
What
that's
about me?
progress.
Can I see it? Only by getting hit. Right, so we reload until Karlak sees the fucking trap in the middle because apparently everybody else has failed.
I'd love to, thanks.
Yeah, we're just gonna be doing this for a while. Yes, but she's already seen well, or rather, she's already failed to see it. Like the save that I have, the only person of the four who is allowed to do a perception check on this trap still is Karlak. To do it any other way would be to go back further into the game, back to when I was talking to the kid.
What's the story?
There we go.
This place is hungry for blood.
I don't know why the camera is up here.
What now?
He didn't even have to move, he just slightly shifts his direction. What the hell was that, Astarion? Okay. Are there more?
A crooked touch.
Still breathing. Just
Don't seem to be. And we get a glowing shield. Once per short rest, if you are below 50% hit points and take damage, you will gain 8 temporary hit points. That sounds
No time to waste.
Shadowheartish.
Might find something useful.
Yes, it does.
At least things have stayed interesting.
The first option leaves it on the field, which I'm not comfortable with. The second option, yeah, that might work. But then I still don't know exactly where it is.
What's inside? Swift as my feet can carry me.
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck?
rip off his ears, tear out his eyes.
Later. Gotta take it slow. Make it agonizing.
Well, we don't need to go this way. Isn't that the dude that the adventurers left for dead?
You'll tell me, right? Or you'll scream. I'll set
Sazza? Speak to Sazza and the Drow. The Drow. Does Sazza lead you straight into a conversation with Minthara? Because that's not good based on what I've heard.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Well, we wouldn't enter by this direction because we're allowed in. No, I didn't want to pick something up, I wanted to look at the skeleton. And with good reason, he had a scroll. Now, it's over here.
Goblins are such vile parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Wow, Shadowheart, thanks, bitch. I really should use some of these specialty arrows when I fire my ranged weapons, but I never think about it.
Looks like the booze got the better of them. They're practically unconscious.
Right, so again, this is an option for sneaking in. A bunch of pork and then potions. Pork and potions, enough to encumber me, unfortunately.
Well, hello.
What a charmer.
Shadowheart
Lot on
can
my
afford the most.
And, well, in it.
Wait.
I've got a long road ahead.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
So she does. 750 gold. I should get that out of the supply pack. That should be sold. Not eaten.
No time to rest. On my way.
And kept hidden from the sibling. How do we get down here, I guess?
That's a long word.
Doop. Oh, we...
Oh, heck! My head hurts bad. You crash about like a drunken ogre.
Sorry.
I'll rip your tongue. Break your legs. Make you quiet.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I was sleeping with the rest of you. I don't know who made that noise.
The next person that wakes me dies.
Why did he do a little twist? That makes me worry about the rest of you thumping down. Can we...
Keep your distance, darling.
Go... Wait, no, go back up! Fuck you!
Let's try this.
But if we go over here, he won't hear it.
All's well that ends.
That's brilliant, though. You
not as
jump
bad as
down
it
too
could've.
close to the dudes and you wake them up. That's great.
Best be on my way.
Stink. Can we talk to the others
What's up
without
for
waking them up?
discussion?
Krasmok. Araga. Christpok. Araga.
Right then.
More for me.
Yes, this can be the result of raiding an inn, that's true. What have we got over here? Booyarg Piddle.
Here, help us out. Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean?
It means mephitic and vociferous.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'd have said that. Bit wordy though, isn't it? Still, only other stuff to read round here is the filth clagger scrawls in the latrines.
Where'd you find that?
Belonged to some bloke who showed up here asking questions. Bold as a bugbear he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already. Well, I had a good chinwag with him, though. Interesting bloke.
That bloke was Volothap Gedharm, famed chronicler of the realms. What was so interesting about him?
He wanted to know if we felt any extra booyarg in the air since converting.
What's Booyarg?
Magic. Then what the Absolute choosers are brimming with it. Priestess Gut and our boss, Ragslin, are fierce and powerful now. Same as that drow.
Could I see his manuscript?
I ain't finished with it. There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
We both know the book's rubbish, Piddle. Write your own and I'll edit it for you.
You're right. What does some bleeding outsider know that I don't? I'll be famous. And nobody will remember this pack of lies.
On Goblins, my life among the conquering host. Oh, Volo. An excerpt from Volo's forthcoming guide to Goblin Society. It has oft been noted that goblins are cowardly, tending to flee from robust challenges, and scattering far and wide if their leaders are felled. I tell you that it is not always so. The goblins of my recent acquaintance, fine though uncouth fellows by and large, have a fiery courage, fueled by their love of the Absolute. From the mighty magic-wielding Booyarg to the lowly muck-troubling pariah, they seem more willing to fight, and indeed to die, for this new god than even the most stalwart devotee of Helm or Tempest. So far I have been unable to discover the domain or provenance of this emboldening deity, but with every hour that passes I come closer to the truth of the matter. For now, know this. priests and trusted devotees of this god, even be they goblins, are capable of wielding more powerful magics than even I can conjure. Right, where was the bit where you said that they were obstreperous malodras? Because it seems to me like that goblin has pages I did not get. And that does not make me happy.
That wall's barely holding together.
Indeed, but what happens if we break it? Does it cause a fuss with the local sleepers? Didn't we give you something clunky to... yeah. Could you give that a whack?
My head's killing me. Oh, what is all that noise?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Hush, little goblin, go back to sleep, else I will knock you into next week. Persuasion is not her thing, though. Doesn't matter. Critical success.
Happily. But the next noisy bastard that comes through here gets gutted.
Well, we do need to whack it again.
I feel like I've
How about
really
if she
failed to
hides and whacks it? That gives her advantage? Because, you know, sneak attack against the wall?
That's it. I've had enough of you. You think I come here?
Is this just the ones on the top floor? Notably, they're temporarily hostile, but these ones are proper hostile. I don't even know that we need to go in here. What does it look like in there? Can I find out? No. What do you mean you don't have an action? Why don't you have an action? Where the fuck did his action go? What's in here? Won't let me in while there's a fight going on. If we can kill these guys and not disturb the rest of the camp, I might let it stand. He's scarier than the others. Here, have an arrow of acid. That'd be funny. Missed. Twice. But so did the goblin. And the other goblin. Alright, Karlak, get mad. And for some reason she doesn't have an action either. I remain confused by this. Does Shadowheart have an action? Yes. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why it affected him, though. I note that they're drunk. What does that mean? Disadvantage on dex and charisma. Okay, so it doesn't make it any easier to hit them. Shame. We all saved against Greece, that's good. Fuck. Ah. Why do we need to move? Dunno. There he goes. Cutting words, not likely to work. Okay, now you can throw things. Too heavy to throw and too far away. But we could try the returning pike. Path is interrupted. Could you not, like, take a couple steps? Sounds fun.
Good idea, Carla.
And an enraged throw of the exact same thing? I don't know why it's like grade, but I'm gonna try it. So hang on. The regular
What should I do?
Yeah, she's broken. That's a level up too, so if I can keep this fight, I will. It just depends on whether the rest of the goblins are hostile now.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god, it fell back to sleep.
Excellent. Time to push my luck again.
Fire wine barrel? Will that cause an explosion? It would with an arrow of fire. Seems, like we don't need to do that, though. Let's throw that returning pike.
Easy.
Yep, good night. And, so that he doesn't wake up to tell the tale, let's just throw that returning pike. Yep. Wait, hang on. Some of us didn't level up? How does that work? Why did the party not gain the same amount of EXP?
dull moment. Have to keep going.
Because of inspiration. Curious, okay. Well, I'm not going to process the level ups until I'm sure I'm keeping the fight.
What's hiding here?
But I don't believe we've gotten into any trouble or anybody has witnessed what happened. My guess is this is another pathway into the Shattered Sanctum, but let's... I also think this is the sort of place where you can literally just commit some murders and no one's going to care. So long as they're not the wrong murders, you know? So let me just walk around out here and see if anybody's angry. Nobody appears to be angry.
Oi! Watch you don't spill my beer.
Not happening.
Like a good moment
How about
to
you?
talk.
No go inside. Inside. Boring.
Are you telling me not to go inside or saying that you're not going inside? Because I should be allowed inside.
Here has music. Beer. Dance. You dance too. Here has...
Well, he isn't attacking. I think we can keep it.
As the drink absolute worm like you. Could be chosen to hear her.
And I was going to take a short rest just for the health.
Feeling fresh?
Bit of an I think we're okay. I'm just going to walk inside. So here's Sazza. I'm a little concerned that she's going to force me to talk to Minthara, because I've been told talking to Minthara is not something you want to commit to if you're planning on keeping her. Because she said talk to the drow as part of the quest. Yeah, she'll introduce us to the drow. I don't want her to do that. Well, I do. I just don't want her to do that in a way that I can't escape from. Let me double check.
We got him now, eh? And once the whelps start singing, we'll know who sent them.
We could just skip Sazza, but... Your alcoholic drow has found another pub. Concerning! I'm just gonna read some things.
We got him now, eh? And once the whelps start singing, we'll know who sent them.
She has to be knocked out before... In order to recruit her, you have to first make her temporarily hostile by committing a crime next to her and then non-lethally knock her out. The journal will say that she has died. The journal is wrong, and that's okay. Continue to slaughter everyone in the goblin camp. That sounds like a lot, but okay. Once you reach Act 2... she'll show up at some point. I'm trying not to read too much into that. Do not under any circumstances knock her out unless it says temporarily hostile. Either attack her without talking to her first, or steal an item and make her hostile. So if Sazza has us talk to her, we can still make her hostile by stealing something. Okay. It won't be early in Act 2. Well, I mean... I'll be happy so long as I've met the conditions that people say worked. Even if we won't know for sure until we find her. It being later is annoying, because it means we'll have to wait longer in suspense, but we'll try to do what we can to make it possible. For now, let's not talk to Sazza, because I'd like to explore a bit before necessarily going straight to the drow. I think we did everything outside, didn't we? And at this point I may as well level these two up, because that will help me in the next combat. Let me just... Because yeah, we're probably going to kill everybody anyway, so killing these dudes up here is fine. And then there must be an entrance there as well. So I don't know what the entrance above here necessarily starts us with, but... we'll go through the front doors because they're the front doors. So, this is the last barbarian level we give her before dipping into fighter, I think. Right. We don't want to skip extra attack. But when she gets to level 6, we're going to take fighter 1. Her health goes up. Yeah, she can make an additional free attack after making an unarmed or weapon attack. Now that said, with throwing, the throw action is not an attack action. So this isn't as vital. But it's still important if we're... well, I can chuck 2 things? That's ridiculous. That doesn't sound right. That sounds ridiculous. Then again, everything else about throwing has been ridiculous so far. We'll see. But if you get this feature from more than one class, that yeah, the only class that gets to attack more than twice a turn, I believe, is through use of offhand bonus action-based attacks, like Monk, Rogue, any dual wielding, or fighters who get a bunch. We also get more movement speed. And because of her race, she gets Legacy of Avernus Branding Smite, but that doesn't really matter because she can't spell while raging, so it's going to basically never come up. Use your lightning quick reflexes to protect yourself. When an attack hits you, you only take half the usual damage. That's something you have to activate, though, isn't it? But, the famed uncanny dodge. Not to be confused with evasion. It sounds like your knowledge of this game has gone up while I've been playing it. Have you been... because you haven't been playing it, have you? But you've been looking into it a lot? You've just been wikiing a lot. Shadowheart appears to be emitting an aura. I think that's because she's blessed, because we just short rested. It's so I've come to understand about you, yes. So for now, we'll skip past Saz. Talk to others. Presuming she doesn't force the issue.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Wah, wah, wah. Not your usual haunt?
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
So, we're looking to rescue Volo, we're looking to rescue Halsin, and we're looking to kill Razglin, Gut, and a drow. We know who the drow is, we're looking to knock her out. There's also a door somewhere.
Come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Oi, so much fun. Oi! Ain't no party in here. Shut it, Graw.
Ah, fuck.
that cleared us.
Hang on.
Got a visit for the drow, I do.
My arse.
If Saz is going to get forced into the conversation, then I'll talk to her first. We do have another entrance. I want to see how this happens first. But I want to literally click on her to see if it starts the same scene or if we talk to her first. We have two other entrances. And getting past the door guards doesn't necessarily... It's not going to zoom us to the drow. Like, it's not going to cutscene us in. They'll let us walk there at our leisure. It's just... We'll probably have to talk to her and then... Yeah, I think from the sounds of it, I can talk to the drow. I just need to commit a crime in front of her afterwards. And I need to deal with her first. They say you have to deal with Minthara before you deal with the other leaders anyway, because one of those leaders will turn the whole thing hostile. Anyway, there's no choices here, so I just need to process these two levels. Go on.
Return.
50 HP Karlak. I do like that.
I should speak up.
Oi!
Oh no, same scene.
Ain't no party in here. Shut it, Graw.
Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do.
My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours?
Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call.
Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than...
No, you don't. Come on, then.
Bloody racket.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
So we're let in.
They're just having a bit of fun.
Seluna. Let's do what we have to do. Quite the...
Almost got past.
We got them now, eh?
I'd say that's okay.
Well started, thingy.
Oi. Might be...
Could also ask the Goblin Priestess for parasite help if we're an idiot.
Forgive the reception, eh, mate? Had some intruders a while back, can't be too careful.
Was there a druid?
A druid? Can't be sure. Got one of them chained up below, though. Just follow the hollering.
Being boozing won't make the branding go any easier. I tried.
Bloody racket.
It's good you ain't causing trouble. Boss means business now he's got the absolute in his ear.
Thieves almost got past.
We got them now. Oh, smell that meat sizzling. Can't tell if it's the branding or the party. Making me bloody hungry either way.
Visit returned. That'll be some real fun.
Oh, I thought you was my replacement. But no. I bet Merg has drunk herself stupid.
I don't think she'd need a drink to do that.
What's in here?
Another useless chest. Alright, so these two side areas are just overlook. To make the battle slightly more annoying, because there's bow-wielding goblins upstairs.
They're just having a bit of fun.
Definitely a if we're gonna fight the whole camp, we'd want to do it in stages.
We got him now, eh?
The thing is, like, I've heard that you can do a whole bunch of really cool things, like, you know, explosive barrels everywhere and other, like, guile stuff. My issue is that we need to keep Minthara unconscious. So I can't do anything too explosively bombastic, can I? Not without knowing the exact layout shit.
This ain't the party, mate. No fooling around. Get back down.
So we're probably just going to do a straight fight. That's if we have to kill absolutely everybody. Strictly speaking, we only need to kill the leaders, but I imagine it will exacerbate. So that was the other entrance you came in, the one to the torture chamber. I do want to go see if we can free that kid.
Aye, so much.
Do you hear the Absolute's voice? Do you feel her inside you? No, that's concerning. Is that the priestess? True Soul Gut. Right, so she's the first one we come across. We might want to dodge her, or we might have to do the branding and then come back and kill her later. I don't know. I'm just quick saving every few steps.
Are you ready for the Absolute's mark on your flesh?
Yeah. And then I'll hear her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'll cut your brain to bits.
Warlock agrees.
Ain't polite to stare, Wormwalt. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off.
Why would I let anyone scar me for life?
Ain't just a mark on the flesh. It's magic. Only them what follows the Absolute can see it. Lets us know you're on our side. That way, nobody will mess with ya.
I think it's the thing that keeps giving me authority. Okay, so we're back around to the torture area. Zerga.
You look like you could kick the ass of half the scrubs in here. Bunch of drunken layabouts. No me, though. I'm hard as they come, and I'm itching for another fight.
What's the next raid gonna target?
Drow's studying the war map, trying to figure it out. You should talk to her. Get the killing started quicker. You should come on the...
What if I'm already on a raid? Bloodied Shrine. Abdurak. He looks sort of like Withers. On receiving her grace. Diagrams of bodies, twisted into impossible shapes, cover the pages, while handwritten notes fill the margins. Be wary of your mortal limitations. While it is tempting to allow pain's ecstasies to sweep you away, particularly during a delicious bout of self-flagellation, broken bones hinder worship of our Maiden of Pain. Instead, when the body is spent, focus on a whipping, or perhaps nail removal, pliers or blade is recommended, to ensure that Loviatar may forever revel in your agony. As is her right. I don't know what's going on with this man, but I'm a little concerned. The Screed of the Willing. Honesty, love, wrath. Many traits are divine. There is only one that we possess, and the gods do not. Pain. Our most holy mistress invites us to revel in that which makes us mortal. To embrace pain, so she may look upon us and know we are truly living. For what is a life without the sting of agony? Without the anguish of heartbreak? Yet this is why, by the way, we freed Sazza. It's so that I can do all of these meetings before I kill everybody.
You, mistress.
Without the anguish of heartbreak. It is a life unlived. A life wasted, hiding from the joys of the world. In Loviatar's name, I ask you to live. To dig your nails into your skin and know that you are alive. to know that the greater the pain, the more exalted the life. Whether your pain comes from claws, the scourge, or an ache in your soul, know that our maiden is watching over you. She sees your suffering, and she loves you for it. All right, Mr. Creepy, let's see what you're about. He looks like a Roman soldier with a...
Greetings, child.
Get up there.
I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatha, goddess of pain.
Yeah, a quick look around could have told you that, lady.
Are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
What do you mean?
I was invited to teach them some of my techniques. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas, these goblins seem to thrive on the crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
I thought a follower of Loviatar would approve of pain.
You know the Maiden of Pain. How refreshing. But there is more to us than that. Yes, we worship her through pain, often our own, but it is an intimate and loving thing, one we offer up. If you would permit it, I can show you firsthand.
Did I just get invited to a BDSM sesh?
Go on. I have to see this.
Oh, fuck. Now I have to do it. Damn it! I am curious.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one.
Why does my whole team want me to get hurt?
And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me.
Look, she approved verbally, it's fine.
Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Oh, God. I should have waited until after this for the short rest. Fucking apparently.
Face the wall and let us begin, dear one.
I'm facing. Is it the wrong wall? Is it this one you want me on? Ooh!
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
Constitution to hold back the cries, performance to yelp loudly and dramatically beg for mercy, intimidation to basically be like, double down, bitch, or bard, make a show of screaming at the top of your lungs. Let's dodge the roll.
Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going.
Would you have joined up with him if you'd known he'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it.
Howl at the pain, the agony of it all. I think that's Bard. It might not be, but... Yeah, alright.
That's it, dear one! Let Loviatar hear you!
My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not to lick your lips as you say that.
Trying to impress her, but she's quiet.
You are doing so well! Do not give in now!
Look, I'm just committing. You've never felt so alive. I want to know what we get out of this other than beaten.
Let Let the sting of flesh wash away your pain.
I think I could survive 2 more, maybe.
Sweet child.
Ah, there we go.
You bore the pain like a true believer.
Thanks.
I am proud to have served you this penance.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting is an understatement, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Shadowheart is inspired, and we leveled up from it! Fuck yeah! Abdurak used regain hit points on...
That was not what I expected to see today.
self, but not on me. Bastard. What did I just receive? Loviatar's love. Pain is the path to clarity. When you have 30% hit points or less, you gain +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saves for 3 turns. Is that forever?
I must try this technique.
Right, so we got level ups for the rest of us now. These are the more complicated level ups.
What are you thinking about?
Mostly that everything hurts.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Nobody cares.
My beautiful, penitent child. You have already enjoyed my ministrations. Do not be greedy.
Right. I thought maybe since he said he was like to help with the prisoners, he might like be an avenue to getting this guy unchained, but I guess that's not really what he wants, is it? Who's in here? Oh, Volo. Right, of course. Good, so we do want to try and help him in there. The priestess is here. The Night Song door is there. The drow is in the top right, because that's where Sazza is. That's good to know. And Halsin's nearby. Let's... I need to take my break and eat some food. Let's... First, let me talk to this tracker, I think. I think I haven't seen you before.
Look at this! Priestess gut burned me good.
Well done. I'm trying to think of how best to heal this, because I could use a Song of Rest, or my other short rest thing. But it won't fully heal, it will only heal half of it. Let's level up.
No one stopped me yet.
Does that heal you? It does in a lot of games, I don't know if it does in D&D. We'll process our level ups. Health goes up by 6. We get better Bardic Inspiration. Let's get a D8 now for it. Font of Inspiration. Our Bardic Inspiration comes back after short rests now. That's very good. And we get our first level 3 spell slots, 2 of them. We can only learn 1 spell. So what's available from our list of level 3s? We have Bestow Curse. Curse a creature with your touch. The curse either bestows disadvantage on checks and saving throws, or attacks, lets you deal additional damage to them, or robs it of its actions. That's nice, but it's also melee range. Not really something I'd get a lot of mileage out of. Fear! Drop everything and become fearful. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. That's not bad. Feign Death. Put an ally in a protective coma. They become resistant to all damage except psychic. That seems useless. Maybe there's an edge case, but I don't know. Glyph of Warding. Inscribe a circle of glyphs on the ground. When stepped on by an enemy, the selected magical effect will trigger. That doesn't seem that good in a video game. Like, it's a trap. You put down a trap, but you have to, like, set that up to work. I don't like fiddly things like that. Hypnotic pattern. Hypnotize creatures that can see the pattern. They cannot attack you. They cannot move or act. Huh. Everybody who can see me is going to get fucked by this? That sounds really good, but I've not heard of it before. Plant growth makes weeds burst from the ground and smother the area. Creatures moving through the weeds have their movement speed quartered. I mean, that's a pretty heavy movement speed buff, but debuff, but that would affect us too. We've got some people who would want to get in close. Speak with dead. We don't need that. We already have it. Stinking cloud. Cloud of gas, so nauseating it prevents creatures from taking action. I don't know what to take here. A lot of these aren't crying out to me. Fear might be alright. Hypnotic pattern might be good. Stinking cloud might be. That one might be good, but then we just don't enter the cloud. But they can still move. They can leave the cloud. Whereas this seems to lock people up. Let me Google BG3 hypnotic pattern. Yeah. Let's give that one a shot. Sounds like it's very strong. Apparently it can hit allies too, though, if you don't set it right. So I'd be careful with that. My Asmodeus Tiefling gets darkness as well. Is there anything I want to get rid of from what I already have? I don't believe so. We definitely use these two for rituals. We haven't used heat metal yet, but it will be useful against an enemy with a big weapon in their hand. We've used Charmed Person once. We haven't used Disguise Self super heavily, but there's no reason to get rid of it. We use the we have a really solid kit here that we use. So I say take the level as it is. Shadowheart, health goes up, class features, bunch of new spells at level 3. 2 level 3 spell slots. Now, Destroy Undead. Haven't really used that yet. Have we faced Undead? Not heavily. And we need to choose our new prepared spells. So what have we got in level 3? Beacon of Hope. Your allies regain max hit points possible when healed. They also gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws for 10 turns. Concentration. Glyph of Warding, we've read about. Remove Curse. Touch a creature or object to remove all curses and hexes affecting it. It's probably nice to have. Protection from energy. Touch a creature to grant it resistance to a certain type of damage. That's the one that's been pre-selected. I don't know that I want it compared to the other options we have. Spirit Guardians. Call forth spirits to protect you. Nearby enemies take damage every turn and their movement speed is halved. And it's concentration. So that just sticks around? Jesus. Sounds kind of nice. Mass Healing Word, though. That's probably one we want her to have. That's like the healing word to use when everybody's taken a hit. Animate Dead doesn't really seem like her style. Revivify. We have enough scrolls of Revivify. Spirit Guardians has been a godsend for you. I'm just wondering if we have the space. We could get rid of Cure Wounds. We've never used it. Guiding Bolt we use. Spiritual Weapon I quite liked, but we could replace it with Spirit Guardians. We can swap to Revivify after a fight, can't we? But if somebody dies in a fight, we're going to want to use it. We can have both because I just meant like in terms of like what else would I replace with it, you know? But yeah, we could bring Spirit Guardians and Revivify. I'm just wondering if we want Beacon of Hope or Mass Healing Word. Maybe later. Because right now we only have 2 level 3 slots anyway. I think this is just a no-brainer because it's good for emergencies. And this is an offensive option. Or we could remove one more thing. Ah, just leave it like this for now. If everybody's hurt at the end of a fight, we could always swap to this, but we'd probably use short rests and things. I think we can live without this one. Okay. Ding. God, he's having a bad day. Anyway, when we come back, yeah, we're going to explore this whole floor. I'll skip Gut for now. We can probably talk to her without locking into a fight, but we'll explore everything in this south section. But basically, yeah, I'm gingerly just wanting to make sure I don't fuck anything up. I never really use enhance ability. No, but I always could. That's one of the ones where it's like, you know, now that we have more spell slots, I'm be more willing to give one up. Like it used to be level 2 was our top level, now it's not, so I have 5 slots that enhance ability could sit in. There's a sort of staggering thing whereby the first level in which you can use a spell, I'm not necessarily going to use a lot of it because of how valuable it relatively is. Whereas when once I'm higher, I might be more willing to just toss it around. Anyway, I gained some health. I'm going to leave myself injured for now because if somebody else takes damage while we're just pottering around, it might be good to then fold that into a short rest. But also, you know, badge of honor. Want to impress my girlfriend over there. Let's take a break, eat food. I will be back, and then we'll push further into the camp.
I must keep going.
All right. What now?
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
You'll tell me, right? Or you'll scream. I'll set my rats on you. My cute little girl. Lady, through your belly button, right down to your guts. Munch, munch. And don't worry about passing out. I'll make sure you stay awake. I ain't never felt so strong.
Absolute looking out for now.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Tell me where your hideout is. Ain't so hard, is it? Just tell me.
Put on rip off his ears. Tear out his eyes.
Later. Gotta take it slow. Make it agonizing.
Follow my teachings. Follow Rag's Obey the drow. Serve the absolute
I ain't never felt so strong.
now.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
You'll tell me, right? Or you'll scream. I'll set my rats on you. My cute little girls. They lead you through your belly button, right down to your guts. Munch, munch. And don't worry about passing out. I'll make
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Tell me where your hideout is.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Tell me where your hideout is. Ain't so hard, is it? Just tell me.
Can I rip off his ears? Tear out his eyes?
Later. Gotta take it slow. Make it agonizing.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
You'll tell me, right? Or you'll scream. I'll set my rats on you. My cute little girls. They'll eat you through your belly button, right down to your guts. Munch, munch. And don't worry about passing out. I'll make sure you stay awake.
I will admit, yesterday it was accidental to leave the screen on the prayers to whatever god it was, Helm. But this time, leaving it on the Screaming Man was perhaps me thinking it was funny.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
But I do genuinely think that having sound playing while I'm on BRB is better than not having sound playing, because it reduces the jolt factor for anybody when I come back. Because if your sound annoys you enough to mute it, then you can just mute it and come back to me when I'm back. That's,
Poor lad.
let's see what
I
happens
could
here.
give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I get sick of that. I think we'll follow Shadowheart's suggestion. Well, first we'll ask why.
The git snuck in here with his mates, looking for some forgotten thing. Said they ran to some kind of grove. He doesn't want to tell us where it is, but he can't resist forever.
Yeah, I think the idea is that you separate the reality of the physical game world from the narrative nature of the terrain. What do I mean by that? Video game worlds have to be simple to understand and navigate, and also not too big. However, real places or fictional places that aren't video games are a lot bigger, and so there's a lot more things to hide. It would be perfectly reasonable if we did not have this map to say that the grove is somewhere in the woods and they can't find it. But because we have this map, we know that you literally just walk to the right, and then the grove is incredibly obvious because of the giant wooden door. But that's only obvious because it's a video game and it has to be. We'll follow Shadowheart because that'll probably get some approval from her. Also, I'm good at performance anyway. I'm taking over. Your sloppy handiwork is going to kill the prisoner, you know. We'll follow Shadowheart's guidance. Get it.
What? Think you could do better? Go on then, have at it. I want to watch that weird priest next door. Sounded like he was beating something up. Yeah, beating it good. What? The prisoner? Oh, forget about him. There'll be more.
Yes, he was beating something up. Yeah, we killed the raiders that found the grove. That's why they don't know where it is now.
Please, please. Let me out. There's no reason for this.
Looking for a druid named Halsin. Well, relax. I'm not going to leave you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This isn't really my thing, but we'll try. Yeah, I made it. I'm actually not bad at it. It's just that Astarian's better.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
Have you seen a druid called Halsin?
Halsin? I don't know. He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive.
Came looking for the night song, didn't you?
Yes. It should be here somewhere. They said there was a hidden passage underneath this temple. The place was supposed to be abandoned, but when we arrived...
What else do you know? Any other treasure?
I'm not sure. All I know is there's a passageway to the night song. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him.
Is Brian a dwarf?
I have to go. I have to get out of here.
What does the night song do?
I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Leroacan would reward us if we found it. That's all.
Alright. Search for Halsin in the Goblin Camp prison. Save the refugees. Help the tieflings leave. Yes, it's a good thing he goes that way. I wonder if the conversation with these guys changes if you enter from here. Presumably. They're a lot less friendly with you.
The rat's nose twitches impatiently. Her teeth bite air as though it is flesh, but it doesn't sate her hunger.
I ain't never felt so strong.
Hands off! This one's ours.
Bet you couldn't make him sing either, could ya? I'd swear he was mute if I hadn't heard him scream so much.
We have been over this. Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
I got hit for 6 the first time, but it might not be luck. It might be what character class that person is. Like, armor class. Shit. Oh no, damage roll, isn't it? Doesn't reduce. D&D. Dearest Elminster. Dearest Elminster, I must be brief, as I am under some duress. Having become the esteemed guest of a rambunctious host of goblins, I would, of course, rather be under duress than under a feathered duvet, for danger and adversity are the very ink in my well, so this is good news indeed. As you well know, there is no wit quicker and no tongue more silvered than that of your humble friend and scribe, and by regaling my would-be foes with tales of goblin heroics, I have become an indispensable member of their tribe, namely their chronicler and bard. In this guise, I shall live among them a while, so that I may observe their peculiar habits and rituals as closely as possible. All of this shall, of course, be documented in my next magnum opus, My Life Among the Conquering Host, to be available at all good booksellers forthwith. An enticing extract is enclosed with this missive. I implore you to spread the word so that adventurers and curiosity seekers across the Sword Coast and beyond will be aquiver with anticipation of this life-extending and soul-enriching guide. And with that, I must depart. I am summoned to sing a ballad of my own composition, and the lady, yes, I call her a lady, who delivered the summons is rather impatient, not to mention well-armed. Truth be told, I believe she has some, dare I say, deep affection for me. She calls me her pigeon, and rarely strays from my side. Perhaps there shall be a chapter in my book regarding goblin marriage rituals. I balk at nothing in my quest for knowledge. Until we meet again, inform the world entire of the diligent research I am undertaking, and ensure word of my upcoming masterwork is on the lips of every innkeep and sellsword from Waterdeep to Baldur. Vola.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
Yep, seems like he did. Did your bird have a name?
Pidge.
Do you have plans for the pigeon?
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
Well, I'd like one of my own. I was just admiring him.
Then catch one on your own.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
He looks weak. Sick, even. It won't last long in there.
Take him for a joke, why don't ya? Don't let the lads snatch him up. No, tell him what they'll do to him. Bring him back when he's all tuckered out.
Oh yeah, sure, I will.
Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
You're an idiot, Gribbo. Maybe we'll deliver that letter to Elminster if we ever get to it. He appears to have woken up. No, he's still knocked out. Oh, it's because the dwarf's notes are worth 100 gold, right? Sadly, a letter to Elminster is worth 14 like everything else. Oh yes, I suppose Volo does want to get rescued now, hey?
My friend, we can speak freely. I'm in no hurry to take my turn on that spit out front. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to unlock this cage?
You're Volo, right? I've read your work.
Oh, an individual of some learning, I see.
We have met before.
You're quite right.
Volo Temp, get up! Realm-renowned author, and tastemaker at your service.
Tastemaker? In that case, you should be going on the spit.
I will be at your service once I've been freed from this ensconcement. Speaking of which...
All right.
Bless you, my friend. I'll wait nicely, but please don't tarry. Aha! I knew I could count on you, my friend.
Did you?
We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
A fine mess you've landed yourself in. How did you get caught?
Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley.
How do you intend to slip the yoke?
An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious method, but by God, it'll do the trick.
Go to my camp. We can talk there once we're both safe.
Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain.
You want to take the tadpole out of there, maybe? Because I'd be cool with you doing that. It's just a little invisible. Return to camp and he'll meet us there. We don't need to do that immediately. That looks like it'll lead us to Minthara, right?
Wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from.
To bother you, mistress. Got a message from the guards.
Or not.
Yeah.
That's her right there.
Got visitors. Don't know who they are. Mercenaries, maybe?
Interesting. I wasn't expecting guests.
Ooh. Okay, so it's not this way. That's to the warg pen. Let's take a look up here then.
Right. What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly you won't be. Watch your step down by the pens. Wargie's been getting fat on your kind lately.
Uh-huh.
Heading to see our new pets. It didn't seem easy, I'll give it that.
Do you think the dwarf is ready yet?
Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out.
You fought Flaming Fist.
That last in with it. They were guarding some uppity noble and his friends.
Fascinating.
Not very well, mind. Drag carried him off. Left the real spoils to us.
The foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell. Life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
Oh, who's that?
I'm just saying.
Right, so you can go through this. What the fuck? Scrying Eye! Level 6, Night Warden Minthara, true soul of the Absolute.
Plenty of lashers, loads of hunters, and a few pariahs to carry the powder kegs.
These pariahs, they're prepared to fight for the Absolute.
What they do ain't exactly fighting. All they gotta do is light up a powder and burn.
Then they're prepared to die for the Absolute. Good.
Dying's the only thing they're good at.
Curious. Okay. So the Warg Pen entrance rescue house in that way. Let's not zone change until we've done everything in the zone we're in, except for the point of no return stuff. I could just drink a healing potion. I've got fucking 37 of them. Yeah. What the fuck? What is that? A wooden hinge for that to land on them.
Follow my teachings. Follow. Leave me alone. I ain't got time for chatter. And you may.
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
I ain't never felt so strong.
Absolute's looking out for me now.
No.
Cannot get the bone cap. And they don't want us going through that gate. Should lead to a pit down there. Let's look off to the left.
You here to get branded too? Priestess reckons we should get marked up before the next raid. Make sure whoever we're sticking it to knows we're doing it for the Absolute.
There sure is a lot of absolute bullshit in this place, hey? There's a war drum, but it's illegal to bang it. I really want to bang it.
Here goes nothing.
But I reckon that would start a minor calamity. Hello, you guys look humanish. Well, isn't that strange? And the door, the famous door, is over there. Hello, Roa Moonglow.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
You're part of the Black Network.
Half right, sharp eyes. As then is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you?
I've already spoken to some of your kind.
Bit quieter, if you please. This crowd just burned that into the ground, you might recall. But good. That means Zaris and her little operation weren't found. Seems you're a friend of the family. That warrants a discount. A small one.
Would you like an egg?
Don't burn yourself.
I feel like you're exactly the sort of person who would take this without asking me a question about how I got it. 500? Fine. What have you actually got? Scrolls of anything I really want. Greater invisibility. Blooded Great Axe. Bow of Awareness. Gold Wormling Staff. Monster Slayer Glaive. Mace. Hunter's Dagger. Leather armor +1. Padded armor +2. I mean, that's a straight upgrade to padded armor +1. Now I'm paying you a bit, but only a bit. So I didn't think about the logical conclusion of this here. I don't think I've actually seen myself like that before. We might keep this. I could hand it down to somebody else. When did I get hide armor +2? Did I accidentally buy that? Maybe I did. Huh? Does that work on any of these? No. Don't think that works on anybody. I don't really know where.
Keep a blade close.
Why am I the only one who can give things to people? Look at that.
Watch your back.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Let's get on with it.
Nobody else can give anything to anybody.
Well, well, well.
I wonder how I'll feel when I remember everything.
It is better than scale mail. That's heavy armor. Do we want Shadowheart in heavy armor instead of medium, though? She's not going to take stealth checks, is she? I guess it's the dexterity bonus. Does it actually work? Because she gets +2 from dex. I think it would just come out to the same bonus, wouldn't it? But then it would be 1 less slashing damage and +1 bonus to those. But the hide armor, meanwhile, +1 bonus to dex and +1 bonus to initiative. I think that's better. And we already have it.
Pleasure.
Let's say we leave it there.
Careful, I bite.
What does this look like on you? Cozy? Kinda works.
Blades always sharp.
I look nice with a +2 on.
My faith will guide me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting. Can't give up now.
We really should consolidate the funds. A staff might work. Firebolt as a cantrip. Now that we're level 5, casting cantrips, is that because they deal more damage? Where'd she go? Erna and Yurley. Is that meant to be like Bert and Ernie?
Wouldn't go in there. Lest you fancy blowing your bones all the way to Baldur's Gate.
I mean, that sounds like a fun day.
Nothing for you in there, mate.
Sure thing, Marisha Ray. What the fuck?
Snout out!
What's up for discussion?
Not the voice, the
family
face.
Friend. Need something?
That's his stuff. Well, we very rarely use the swords. It's better than the spell sparkler. And I wouldn't be able to use the spell sparkler if I was using this, so we could swap them. We should probably pay her as well.
Till next time.
Sure, we'll hold a staff. Make sure we know where our swords are. Where's the other one? It's just a regular one? Must be. What happens if I try? Oh, it's locked. Okay. Right, full of boom. That's the trick there. Five 825 51025.
Moving in.
This is also not for us. But could we not jump across through here? There's nobody in there to... Because the door that we want is here. Priestess Quarters entrance. There isn't a wide array of stuff in here, really. The map makes it look like you can walk through, but you can't. There's a hole. Is my staff on fire? Is that why we're able to see? Yes, it is. Helpful. There's nothing really to take or anything.
Hey, good looking.
What's that?
Just a burrow hide. Is there a version of this that isn't gonna arse knock me? Not really, but there's only 1 HP if we drop on the crate.
Something over there. No chance. No chance.
Not big, too big for you?
And?
Take that, bring it to the locksmith. I kind of want to do something funny, just to see what happens. Gonna save here. Then we're gonna shoot an arrow of fire at the smoke powder barrel. I can't see. Where are they? Whoa.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
Buy my way in!
Any doors?
I did make a big hole here.
The vandal's been damaging property around here.
Buy more! Whoever did this might still be here.
Me?
We have fooled Marisha Ray. No. So realistically, all of these barrels would be very useful for stealing them and taking them out of here, putting them somewhere more useful. I don't know how you would, like, physically do that. Like, we could have Karlak drag them all out, but they're all very heavy. It would take a lot of work. How much is a given barrel? Yeah, 40 pounds each. It doesn't say send to. Yeah, we would all be very sore.
Let's ride.
Oh, shit. Does it just keep fucking going? Is there someone in that cage? Yes. Yeah, can we send, Actually, we should send the heavy chest to Astarion. I was not expected to be able to access the whole fucking... Oh, but there's a ladder here. I didn't even know that this place had an upper level like this. One that we can barely see through, mind you. Karlak could... Yeah, that's the thing. If we were to start a fight, the existence of this is very good to know. A Rafters ambush would be exceedingly powerful. My question is there anywhere else up here that I didn't? Because I started there. Because I can go down the ladder and savour the jump down. Like, I didn't jump across to here. But it doesn't look like there's much of value this way, because if we wanted to go up, we could go up that ladder instead, and that seems alright. So let's drop down this ladder.
If not over, then through.
Hey.
What to do?
Hey ho!
What path lies before me?
We can go through here. I think there's going to be another area, or we can explore up, but up's where more leaders are, so let's... And yes, we did deliberately skip Priestess Gut, but that's just for now. Starion is encumbered. Can we get this locked?
Can't keep me out.
Not me.
Someone there?
Yeah. Pick your own fucking lock. Gave it to you. Fuck's sake. Better. Money. That's it.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
11 doors to lockpick. Now this does not say to rescue Halsin, this is just find the night song. So there must be separate areas between this and the warg pens.
What to do?
Defiled Temple. Yeah, just find the night song here. Okay. I'm a little concerned, because it was illegal for us to walk in. So let's see what happens when we talk to this big woman.
Moving ahead. Open up.
An open letter on oppression and peacocks. Baldur's Bash is printed in bright bold letters on the front cover, followed by many exclamation marks. This copy is focused on letters to the editor. Found their library. Fringe Philosophy Volume 5. Is that one? That's the same one. Where's the book? Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry. How archaic! My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Goldar Ravengard lives with himself. Yours bearfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Maybe don't look at us while we're trying to steal books. Fuck you! Well, we succeeded anyway. Zariel's Fall.
Let's have a look.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
Try to convince them you belong. That is so much fucking money to trespass. Well, I'm here, aren't I? You wouldn't have let me in if I didn't belong, would you? Whoa! Who's been spotted? Yeah, bugger me. Inspiration. Fuck me.
A valiant, but
where was the save? Was the quick save there? I mean, I'd sooner kill her, you know.
tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at you.
I can just grab the books again. Anything I've read doesn't need to be reread, you know? But maybe I just want to approach her with my character, because then I have actual decent persuasion. Now, that's the thing. The reason why I reload there is not because I failed the rolls over and over again. It's because this isn't the character who should have made that check, and I don't like the way that system works.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Actually, no. Bring everybody, because Shadowheart's guidance would be useful.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
Try to convince him you belong here. Again, I'm here, aren't I? See, now my bonus is +10 instead of +1. Granted, with the Bardic Inspiration. Ah, but there we go.
You've been granted free passage. What you do with that privilege is up to you.
There we go. Okay, so in the interest of collecting new stuff, we will grab that letter on oppression and peacocks. I think that was new too, but everything else wasn't. The foreword to this brief account of Zariel's fall captures the tone of the entire text. Greetings, sensible folk. Already I can detect grumbling and the agitated rattle of pipe stem against teeth. A lesson dedicated to an Archduke of Avernus? Has Harrington taken leave of his senses? Quiet your complaints, I assure you I have not. It is true that cosmic occurrences are often insensible by their very nature, but the tale of Zariel strikes close to home. In her downfall, you will be reminded of those haughty, do-gooding neighbours and acquaintances who rightfully arouse your suspicions. One moment they are suggesting you grow turnips rather than potatoes on that fallow patch, and the next they have their kitchen knife strapped to their belt and are suggesting you explore the abandoned crypt behind the Giles farm. In short, Zariel was a celestial being tasked with monitoring the ebb and flow of the Blood War, of which more in Volume 21, matters of little importance to sensible folk. Observing was not righteous enough for Zariel, though, and she took it upon herself to become directly involved. Like the oaf who sees two fellows fighting over a spilled tankard of ale and, rather than applauding their efforts, cracks their skulls together and causes a tavern-wide brawl. She invaded Avernus. She was defeated, and now rules there, corrupt and wicked. What can sensible folk learn from this foolish tale? It is obvious. Do not strive to correct what cannot be corrected. Look not to distant lands and conflicts, but to your fields, your family, and your friends. There is nothing but misery to be gained from interfering in the hardships of others. Harrington, Netherland. Professional snob. We really might do better by just ambushing this lady. Fuck! How did you see that? You're not looking!
So much for the perfect crime.
Drop it.
With your prize discarded, the matter can rest.
In what world was that not successful? That's garbage. I hate this game's stealth system. I know I wasn't hidden, but, like, line of sight is the basics of stealth.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Oh, because now you can see that it's gone. Yeah, really, I don't like this game's stealth, theft, however you want to call it, system. Is she coming at us? Yes.
Theft has been reported, and it seems you're the only suspect. Choose your next step wisely. You hand over the spoils of your pilfering. No harm done.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
You not supposed to be here. Leave.
I just feel like it's probably safe to kill this one, you know? A lot of health, but we have a Karlak. We're witless. We're witnessless. What is happening in this room? It looks broken and strange. I think we're just going to ambush and kill Polma. I don't think it's a reputation hit to kill an ogre.
Delightful.
In you go.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
That was a bad start. That sneak attack was missed. That said, your action's back. Fuck it. Man, you are not doing well with the fucking first hit here.
Let's go.
Fucking hell. Returning pike.
1, 2.
Everything is missing this ogre. We do get a throw again. Holy shit. The damage isn't quite as ridiculous, but
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
what it is. 2 to 20, 2d10. Fuck! Would that cause a fire in the... Fuck it. Ooh!
Got to keep fighting.
Can you do the same thing? You're not very likely to hit. What happens if you miss? Does fire just fly around? Fuck it, do it anyway. No, she's more likely to hit with the shot, though. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Sacred Flame. What, her, does she have that?
What's next, I wonder?
So it is.
I have a lot on my mind.
What's next is we,
well, in it.
dance on the ogre's grave and take the supply pack. As well as the scroll that I stole.
Never wanted the easy path.
That was quite satisfying. Apart from the weirdness of the lack of surprise round and everything.
Let's see.
But I guess she was on guard. I'm a little scared that we're gonna fall if we walk in here.
I wonder who or what those chains are for.
That pike is definitely the best purchase we've made.
I'll take that.
Something over there.
Pouch. Padlock key. Oh, that's a rotten fish. I don't want that. Where's the key? Got it. Ew! We're lying on the dead things! A is for Azuth and other gods 11. Selûne guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shar will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy, and all your spark. Sylvanus, gods of all that wild, of nature's danger and its charm. His glory's not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. Interesting. 3 gods and all of them are decently plot relevant. I guess it makes sense, they all start with the same letter, but it's funny that they're all collected in the same volume when half of these are full of god names we don't actually have anything to do with. Though the book is mildewed and covered with what seems to be imprints of animal guts, one recipe in particular is still legible. There is joy in helping others that I never knew. While I myself have never had any talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get the look of wonder on Nikros' face out of my head. That look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with a soothing electricity that I had thought impossible. Recipe for an elixir of arcane cultivation. Vitriol of weave moss. Sublimate of belladonna. Give me a quick second. Recipe stuff, recipe stuff, recipe stuff. Scrolls. Amulet of Misty Step. Who doesn't have anything on their neck? We all have things on our neck. I'm keeping Speak with Dead because of the ritual nature of it. Starion, yeah, might be a good one for him, actually. Easier to succeed death saving throws is not as valuable because we're trying not to be put in that position. Anyway, we move further into this defiled temple. Doesn't seem... Oh, there is more up there. But wasn't there like a solid wall in the way? Yes. Not sure how one's supposed to get through that. We might go back and take a look at it, but for now let's take the path we understand. Whoa! That skeleton is well off.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. No time for Danny.
Thump, 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 thud.
Still breathing.
So this is the temple. This could be... This place could be tricky if there's puzzles and traps and shit. Let's be careful in the defiled temple.
Another step forward.
Stars and moons like that dwarf's poem said. And these plates can be turned.
We sold the poem. That might have been stupid. Maybe he wanted to do that after we'd used it to solve the fucking puzzle, hey. Come on, someone see it.
What's next?
What's next is you seeing it. Fuck!
Oh, I could go for a good meal. That's curious.
Thank you!
Let's get going.
Does that mean there's another one there? Guess not. Path behind here as well.
Can't slow down.
So you can turn the discs. The lever would need to be lock-picked. I kind of want to just look up Dwarf's poem. To get the text for it. which Gunbush has of course already done. A son of Selûne fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. May the full moon never touch the stars once more. May darkness never conquer the door. Moon and star. Never moon and star. That looks patterny. It's twice as many of the grey than the black, so like you couldn't make it look like this opposite.
No traps, please.
Agreed.
Seems simple enough.
What are you thinking about?
I do not know how I just started a dialogue with you. That doesn't make sense.
Well, hello.
What if we use the lever?
Hardly a travel.
Fine, what if we pick the lock of the lever? That gives me that. Does that open the door? We solved a puzzle. Did we? Is that it? The puzzle involves lock picking? Or did I bypass the puzzle? Because turning these didn't seem to do anything.
Let's move.
But if we did it, we did it.
How much further can I go?
Logbook of Sendings. What is this? Final Fantasy X. Marked as reference material for the Temple Archive, this logbook contains transcripts of magical sendings from the temple to the depths below. This record seems to be an exchange dating from near the temple's foundation. Jarrus, enough foolishness. A new temple with settlers to guide, and you'd rather scrabble in the dark below? We're clerics of Selûne. Act like it. M. Morna, the lady lights the way. What is this Underdark but a path her light hasn't touched yet? Come, we can debate theology in the new chapel. J. New chapel? Those materials were meant for the temple proper, not your playground down here. What am I to tell the House of the Moon? M. Tell them to start packing. There are caverns down here to dwarf the inner cathedral. The builders are almost done, and so we go deeper. J. Enough, Initiate. The Underdark is no place for games. Those are novices with you, not silver stars. Return immediately. M. Initiate, don't ignore me. I know you took ample components for ascending. Respond. M. Jarrus, respond. M. M. Fortified what we can, but wards won't last. Seal the tunnel and do not follow. You were right. This place belongs to them. J. Jarrus, hold fast. Whatever it is, I'm sending reinforcements. Just hold on. M. No. No more death. Ordered novices to collapse tunnel. You'd be proud of them. Forgive me. We only meant to spread her light. Jarrus, High Initiate in the Lady's Light. Well, he was an idiot. Oh shit, this is probably not... This feels like it might be a for later thing. That is probably gonna take us down to Underdark Town. I don't know. that we should go there just yet. But now we have a reason to go to the Underdark. I think we should deal with the goblins before we carry on. As if nothing really matters. We've cleared the way, though. Dead ogre and all, so... Bugger, that's so weird.
I'll give it a shot.
But how the fuck do you get through here? Doesn't look... We didn't find any holes or anything for Karlach to bash. Well, that's interesting. She's got the returning pike equipped now. But, like, I can't just... Cracked stone, 7 out of 7. Hang on, where's that? Where's the ground? That's the ground. What happens if you bash the ground? Oh, jeez. Ah, that is the path. And that's safe? No way. $18 HP there, but it doesn't, Cute way to instant death. Well, yeah, it would be funny if we had the ogre here.
How delicious.
Can you... Yeah. Now you might be asking how the fuck does he get back up? The answer is we literally just teleport to the waypoint.
Subtle steps.
Spider egg, that's concerning. Ooh! Right, and where does this go, and am I allowed to go in without everybody else? Shattered. Oh! We're back here. Well, we're further in here. Oh, we're in the underneath. Hang on, could we get away with...
Watch the shadows.
Alright, he got out. We could explore down there. There's a spider there. So it must be through here. But we don't need to take a fall to do that exploration. Grouped up everyone who isn't him.
Should mind my step.
It's funny here. I was about to try and bash the wall, but it makes sense, because you couldn't see anything behind here. So yeah, the rest of the path is down.
Let's see what this does.
Well, let's get back to Astarion. – You didn't meet those spiders until after the rest of the camp was dead. As a drow, you were happy to spare them. Oh, that's cool.
I ain't never felt so strong.
So, there's still the Warg Pens, which is where we can find Halsin. I think we should go there next. I mean, Gut probably isn't going to force any problems. Gut's probably just going to have, like, the branding thing. It's, I think, maybe Ragzlin that we can't afford to meet until after we've dealt with Minthara. But I'll be trying to explore every facet of the camp before them, at least. I'm just concerned about Gut being a goblin leader and thus forcing something. What you did with Halsin is what made the camp go hostile. Well, we can still explore the pits and talk to everyone but him. Or we could reload if we make a mistake. Let's quick save here and then maybe talk to Gut as the last thing we do today.
For discussion.
You still here?
Look at this. That's God's mark. How you doing?
Never felt so strong.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
I assume this mark has a purpose.
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
What do we think? Should we take the goblin branding? Or would that be an awkward thing later down the line? I'm wondering if saying no will cause a fight. Guanbush is not voting. Oh god, we're back to 50-50. But the no's were faster. Let's not.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away.
That's interesting.
You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple.
Because we were shown the chosen silhouettes. Yeah, I want to know more.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
I
love the Absolute.
And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now.
Thanks, God.
Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Can you fix what's causing those shadows?
With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Right, we moved her. That's good.
Priestess,
But where is she going?
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Ain't we good enough for the
No interest
Absolute?
in chatting to the Absolute myself. I've got enough going on up here.
Go into the chapel and we're gonna murder the priestess. Right, so in here, which we've been to before, it's actually quite good. Wait, hang on. Just in here, right? She's not going to go into where we've murdered that ogre. I mean, there's nothing saying we're the ones who murdered the ogre, but still, there is a dead ogre in that other room. And we are why it's dead. You murdered the big ogre that was guarding the area and was like kept getting annoyed at me whenever I took things. Yes, we murdered the big ogre. We murdered them very difficult. We murdered them hard with multiple applications of a returning pike, which admittedly she stopped equipping, but it doesn't really. You don't need to equip it. You just biff it.
No one stopped me yet.
And exactly, no one has stopped me yet. Don't stop me yet. So, again, not going to push Gut yet, because we're presumably going to kill her. We'll ask her for help, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Or at least anything we'll accept. So yeah, what we're trying to do, Stephen, and we're not going to do this tonight because I am about to finish for tonight. We'll do it on Friday, but what I am attempting to do here, basically the one thing that I've been told about ahead of time, is not side with the goblins, but still manage to recruit the drow lady. Which I can do by stealing in front of her, turning her temporarily hostile and knocking her out, then killing the others normally. And then it will make it all work, I think. We'll find out. But we just need to be like super careful and do everything. Talk to everybody in a certain order. If we turn the whole camp hostile before we've dealt with her, we have a problem. So we're going carefully through this. Right now, we've still got the northwest of this camp to poke our head at. We've got the what do they call it? The warg pens, where Halsin, according to this quest marker, Halsin's down there, so we'll be looking for him down there. I think we should explore up here first, then maybe do Halsin, then maybe take a look at Ragzlin, then look at Minthara. But whatever happens with Ragzlin, we're probably going to have to reload from, because I imagine we'll get into trouble with him. If I can have a pleasant conversation with him first, I will. There's also underneath here, this spider area. Quite a few. Ooh. But why are the spiders leaving? Right, so they just went through the door. Do we reload so that the door's closed again, or do we just accept that this is our reality and kill the spiders? They're not very much, are they? Just two of them. I think this is kind of funny, to be honest. Just walk away and let them well, I mean, we're in the combat. I don't have a button to stop being in the combat. I do if I get 27 meters away. Fuck it. Where's Dash?
I'm ready. a better position.
I know the goblins aren't hostile. I'm talking about the spiders.
No choice but to keep going.
I wouldn't be debating fighting the camp. That would be a reload.
My faith will protect me. Got to press on.
Do you care about the spider breakout? Lots of dashing. I mean, the goblins will win, surely. There it is.
I've got it.
Oh, not quite. Flee combat and go to camp. What happens when I return from camp? Is the battle still happening? Yeah, but I won't be detected. Volo's here. He wants to talk. I want to see the results of the spider thing more than I want to talk to Volo. I also still can't find the owlbear. Oh, it's happening. The battle's happening. Oh, the others are still there. I have to do this 4 times.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it
Okay, now it's not tracking this.
One day I'll catch a break.
One day.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I'll go for a quick petting of Scratch. Leave camp with just one person? Yeah.
Like a wraith.
Never mind, we're all out here. I don't see everybody down here. Where are these guys? They're gone up there. This is just fucking strange. Arrest them? Spiders? Found you. Yeah, it's they're getting absolutely clogged. I don't know that any of the goblins died.
Step quick.
But the spiders did.
Ain't polite to stare, wormwort. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off. Shove off!
I guess the other one was up here, yes. I guess I'm just looking to see if I can find any dead goblins, but I think the answer is no. There weren't enough spiders for that to be a consideration. That was funny. So if you find the spiders down there yourself, I assume they just attack you. Oop. Saves us a combat, I guess.
It's your turn to round up more spiders.
No, it ain't.
Hey!
Ain't.
Waste a step.
Come on, Karlak.
Unless you like big, bristling, hairy legs, I wouldn't go down there, mate. That's the spider pit.
I should speak up.
Another outsider come to see the boss? Mind your manners now, or he'll throw you in the pit.
Right then, buddy. Oh, wow, you're not a goblin. You are... What is he? No tail. No horns. Ears. But he's red. He is a hobgoblin. They're also worshipping a dead mind flayer who appears to be waving at the... Hey! Right then, worshipping, celebrating the end of, I don't know,
They've been comfortable since we've been here.
So there's shit over there to take a look at, basically. I wouldn't step into here or there until I've gone to the other places, but we've also got Priestess Gut there. Whole bunch of places to look at tomorrow. We'll just save here in this little catwalk. Although I might take a look down there to see what the spiders left behind, other than eggs. Still, I'm out of time today, so I should stop gawking. Is anybody... Basically, is Snip on?
No, it ain't.
Tomorrow, Friday... What is the world? I'm tired, though. We did most of the Goblin Camp exploration. So Friday will be a bit more of the exploration, then when that's done, the Goblin Camp resolutions. Fare thee well.